10 years ago, all it took was one man and one car to get the job done. Now, the Foundation for Law and Government has assembled 5 highly skilled operatives and paired them with the most advanced state-of-the-art vehicles to take on a new breed of outlaw. They are Team Knight Rider.
Hello and welcome to Beyond the Night, brought to you by the GCRN. I am one of your hosts, Steve Joe Mike. Joining me is Dion the Music Man. Hello.
Hello.
So people might be wondering over the last 3, 4, 5.5, 6.5 weeks, since we release bi-weekly on Mondays now, why episodes 36 and 37 were very short. It's because they were so painful we couldn't even put them into words.
No.
Except like Crow and a couple of the other things, but it's just like...
Crow was awesome. We had to give Crow its props.
Yes,
we actually had to give Crow its props.
Crow was awesome, but the rest of them...
Just god-awful.
Yeah. It just... I mean, I see the relationships and the friendships building between all of the team characters, between Kyle and Jenny, between Jenny and Beast, and between Jenny and Duke, and
right.
Eric and Trek, and all this and all that, but it's like... Okay, this is what pisses me off about this show. This show got 22 episodes. The show we'll talk about after this, which is infinitely friggin' better,
got only 17.
Originally got a 22 episode order, and then it got cut back to 17.
Right.
When it really should have ended at 12.
It should have, you're right.
Well, we'll talk about that later when we get to Knight Rider 08.
Right.
But,
this one got 22, and it was like, okay, how did you survive?
Yeah. Especially if you think about it, even in the 90s, television and this is going to eventually be an episode on our flagship show here at Geekcast Radio Network, on our flagship show called Geekcast Radio. It's like, how do the TV networks put all, I can think of one show that they put a whole lot of promotion. How do they put all these promotions into stuff and spend all this money and then only allow it to have a handful of episodes and then just cancel it and never do anything with it again? It boggles my mind.
I never saw a lot of promotion for TKR.
No, I know, but I'm saying, in general.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm
speaking... Take NBC, okay?
I'm speaking from NBC. TKR's point of view, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'm speaking of TKR's point of view.
Yeah.
We never saw a lot of promotion for TKR. We just knew it was coming out.
Yeah.
And that was that. Because I remember, on Saturdays it would air. Every Saturday morning, around 11 or so, or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Team Knight Rider. Like you said, when we first started doing this part of the podcast, I was like, okay, this is good. Okay, Team Knight Rider, maybe they've upped, maybe they're starting to work as a team, or doing different things. But then you have 5 people doing, driving 5 vehicles. Why? Yeah. But I digress. We didn't see a lot of promotion for this. But you're right. In general, I don't know why TV networks do a whole bunch of this, and then they
spend all this money to get the promotion up for a show. Take the Christian Slater show, My Own Worst Enemy.
Yeah,
he was a guy with dual personalities, and they spent all this money on this promotion, and then the show only got maybe 9, 10, 11 episodes.
And then I think they dropped it, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
They completely dropped it. Hell, when we even get to Knight Rider 2008, they spent all this money and did all this stuff.
Because Ford was one of the sponsors.
Right. And, they spent all this money, did all this stuff, all this promotion, all this tie-in stuff. Oh, go to this website. You can unlock certain secrets, etc., etc., etc.
Right.
And then I think after episode 12, It seems like Ford or the advertising agency or whoever like dropped the
It
advertising
was Ford.
completely on it, and it boggles my mind
Yeah.
how they can do stuff like that. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, we are going to get into the episodes after this.
5, Sergeant, can you get some backup? You don't know what you're talking about. I was driving the truck.
I'm gonna tell you just right before the explosion started, there was this humming noise.
No, it was more like a high-pitched screech.
Not at first, you idiot. It started on the radio like static. Don't listen to him. He's an adulterer.
Thanks. I'll call if I have any more questions.
You don't know what you're talking about. I was driving the truck.
What a mess. It's a miracle more people weren't hurt. Kyle, I've run a scan of the burned-out cars. It seems the damage increases with the age of the individual vehicle.
All right, we'll keep searching for a common denominator, something that can tell us what caused this.
We passed the gas station. That was pretty total. Beast and I ran a check. Beast!
Whatever hit the area affected anything carrying gasoline within a 25-mile radius.
All right, Trek, bring a sample of the gas back to Sky 1.
Looks like it ate through the rubber on the fuel line. On the older models, it's completely disintegrated the seals and hoses.
What did Erica find?
The nearest 7-Eleven.
First up today is Oil and Water. Exploding cars on the freeway lead the team to a sinister inventor, played by Andrew Steele, bent on sabotaging the automotive industry.
I wonder if that's Christine's brother.
I don't know. Could be her husband. Don't know.
Yeah.
I'll look it up later.
That'd be cool, kind of cool to know, though.
Yeah. This, to me, the whole time I was watching it, I'm like, okay, Kyle is James Bond, and the water guy, whatever the hell his name is, the guy with the water car is Blofeld, or whatever James Bond villain you want to put it. It felt like just a really, really cheap James Bond episode to me.
I almost felt like this was another villain of the week once again.
It was. It pretty much was, because
Yeah.
nothing tied into the overall arcing story whatsoever.
No. And I just, the plot was just so thin. It was very thin.
It really was.
It was very thin, and it was like, okay, really? You're going to sit and we're going to go through this. How many villain of the week? And I know we've covered this before, and we've asked this question before, TFG1. But how many villain of the week episodes can you do throughout a series?
Oh, I know it. Apparently a lot. Yeah, apparently a lot, because that's pretty much all that this show is villain of the week or episode of the week or trope of the week or whatever. It's right. Like there's just absolutely nothing to this point. Okay, outside of Crow, there's
Crow was good. We got to exclude Crow.
Right. Outside of that, there's nothing here whatsoever. It just isn't. I don't know, man. It just sucks the life out of you, really. Alright, so we are like, yeah.
I can't even, the sad thing is I found no scanners on or off notes for this.
The only thing I wrote was BORING.
Boring.
That's all I wrote. Was a lot of RING. So we are going to move on to the next episode.
All right, Kyle. This is it.
Up next is Et Tu, Dante. When a madman targets Washington, D.C. landmarks for destruction, the team suspects one of its own to be a saboteur.
Where have we seen this before?
Yeah.
Where have we seen this before?
I know. I'm just saying, it just... I don't know, man. It just
gets worse and worse and worse.
Yep.
And folks, we're not joking.
No.
We are not joking. If you have not seen any of these series, this show, I mean, outside of Crow, if Crow is the only one that's your favorite, you'll see why.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm serious. If you have not seen Team Knight Rider, I don't care if somebody's got like the whole VHS collection, or whatever. If you have to rent it, or not rent it, but buy it on iTunes just to see how horrible it is.
Yeah.
You'll see why.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awful.
Yeah, it is. Very much so. And there was a point where I thought that there was some sort of mystery, and then they just explain it away fairly fast, and just...
They don't leave you hanging.
Oh, no. They saved that for episode 22. They do. They save the...
Well, but in this episode, though, there's no... It's just boring.
Yep.
It really is. This particular episode is boring. There's nothing you can come away with and say, hey, that was a good episode, or hey, that was great, or hey, this was awesome. This is just... I'm just like, I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, next, show me something good here. Come on, you can do better than this.
And I mean, and we're only talking about the plot here, folks. We're not talking about the acting or the stunts and all that stuff. I mean, all that stuff is great in the show. But just the stories are really, really bad.
How can Glenn approve this?
I don't think he had any control.
His name's in it.
Well, like I said, executive producer has a lot of different connotations to it. The other thing is, he's credited twice as an executive producer, and it says in the credits, Knight Rider, created by
Glenn A. Larson.
Knight Rider characters and concept created by Glenn A. Larson. So, I don't know. I just have no idea. So, we are. Oh no, we have one episode left. I was going to say, let's go to the ads, but no.
we have one more left. Oh, come on!
God. Last episode coming up.
All right.
We should pull over. Can't pull over? What's the matter? That thing we're carrying in the back could wipe out the population of North Dakota. What's the matter with you?
I don't know what kind of a guy you are. All right, but no way I'm going to pass by a pretty girl. Because I like girls.
take a look at that. There, I got it.
Thanks for stopping. We were on our way to the beach, and we can't figure out how to use the jack.
Well, I think I should tell you we're with the fire department. And, we might have to write you ladies up for being such hot numbers.
You guys are really cute.
Oh.
Oops. Let's move.
The Bad Seed is our final episode today. Duke and Trek land on an island inhabited by beautiful women, where they must stop a doctor planning to poison the world's rivers with a deadly virus.
Baywatch moment.
Oh, God. I couldn't decide whether I was watching Baywatch, Baywatch Nights, or Pacific fucking Blue.
I know. I just, because I've seen all three of them.
The scenery, I'm like, Team Knight Rider doesn't have hot chicks in tight thongs. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, Jenny and Erica wear skimpy clothing sometimes, but not
that skimpy.
And, but it just, oh my God, I didn't know what the hell I was watching at first. I was like, wait, is this a Team Knight Rider episode? Really?
Did David actually get a credit for this?
I don't know. I don't think.
But you're right. It's either Baywatch Nights, or Pacific Blue.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just crazy. The plot, it's all right. It's nothing special. I've seen it a million times before with other shows where some scientist wants to destroy the world with a toxin. I'm just
meh.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say here. I don't, because again, it's one of these plots that go by the wayside.
Yeah, it pretty much does. And the funny thing is that it's just,
it goes by the wayside. I mean, they try. I know they're trying to. I don't know what they're trying to do. 1 minute they keep on track. They pull, outside of Crow, which I know we've discussed. They at least did something with that episode, but the rest of them, I don't know, man. I don't know how to call it, except just to say that I couldn't watch it. I watched it, but I could not watch it again.
No. Yeah, no, me neither. I can't do it. Team Knight Rider might kill this podcast before we get to the good stuff. So we're going to take a quick ad break, and we'll come back to rate these episodes after this.
These scanners are picking up Domino about 10 feet below us. Must be an underground lab.
Why can't these bad guys just work out of their garages? Oh, the hell with this.
Hey, I'm Gary.
I'm Mike.
I'm Chuck.
And I'm Justin.
Join the four of us every week on the internet's #1 and longest-running G.I. Joe podcast, What's on Joe Mind? It's Joe news, reviews, and interviews like you've never heard them before, delivered right to your MP3 player.
Our guests include Jason Marsden, Kevin Michael Richardson, and Matt Yang King from G.I. Joe Renegades, Larry Hama, Robert Atkins, and John Barber from IDW Publishing, and many more from around the online Joe community.
Yeah, it's guys talking about Joe. Think of it as Joe Talk meets sports talk. And we make fun of Chuck.
Right, and hey, again?
Come on, Chuck. We're just kidding, kinda.
Sometimes Chuck makes fun of himself.
Right, and okay, seriously, this is just getting ridiculous now.
It's What's on Joe Mind, every week on the Geekcast Radio Network, InsidePulse.com, Stitcher Smart Radio, and iTunes. Download and listen today.
I suppose I still can't say something about Transformers, can I?
Come on, man.
No.
What about sports?
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's all right.
Nice driving. For a Marine.
Where do you see what's in the truck? Come on.
Look at this stuff. missile guidance systems, anti-aircraft launchers, sonic disruptors. These guys were planning one heck of a party.
Well, I hope they didn't send out their invitations yet.
Nah, this isn't over. Not by a long shot.
50 years ago, a little old man brought his little blue box to a junkyard, and now Doctor Who is a cultural phenomena worldwide. Join the Geekcast Radio Network and Mark Who 42's Whoniverse as we review Doctor Who episodes past and present, discuss the Doctor's friends and enemies, see where the Doctor's been, where he is, and where he's going. Sit back and grab a jelly baby and join Mark Who 42's Whoniverse. It's the ride of this and every other lifetime.
Fantastic.
Allons-y.
Fine. You're dressed like one of the spa guests. It'll be easier to move around.
Wrong color?
You know, I don't...
We lost a lot of spare parts in the crash. I won't be able to repair all the engines.
Well, what if you cannibalize it?
Yeah, well, I guess I could probably get 2 of them running.
All right, get on it. Wyatt, can you fly this plane on 2 engines?
As long as I'm not sober.
Erica, any word from Jenny?
Oh, Domino lost contact with her as soon as she got near San Cartega.
You figure out a way to break through that shield?
We're real close.
Don't lie to the man.
So we are back for this week. 000. Have we ever had a 000 on this show?
Nope.
I don't know. I mean,
we've never had a 000.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, looking back on these and looking back at the plot synopsises on TeamNightRider.com and looking back at and just remembering what I watched, it's like there's nothing interesting about the stories that are told in these 3 episodes whatsoever.
There aren't. There's nothing. I mean, if they all had better plots,
yeah,
you know, maybe they would be interesting. Maybe the kit system could be used, but there's just nothing there.
Yeah, pretty much. So what do you give the episodes?
000s. I just all 3 of them. I just cannot.
That's a sextuplet of zeros, people.
I cannot. No. I can't, no matter how hard I try. And I think about it, and I'm like, okay, you know, and then I'm like, no, I cannot rate these. These do not get kit cars. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. All right. Thank you for joining us here on Beyond the Night. There's so much in contact with us, or leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com, where you can comment on all of our other posts. Email us, feedback@geekcastradio.com. Follow us on Twitter. Beyond the Night is the show Twitter there. Mine is TFG and Mike. What is your Twitter?
Mine is the Music Man 08.
Become a fan on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/Geekcaster Radio Network. Call the voicemail line and tell us the show you're leaving the message for and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you, quote-unquote, enjoyed this episode of Beyond the Night and wish you'll join us next time. And we'll be reviewing 3 more episodes from Team Knight Rider, those being Out of the Past, which is a completely lie of a title.
Yeah, it is.
I just looked at the description. It has nothing to do with anything Out of the Past. Return of Mega Man. Hey, when did Mega Man become Knight Rider's fodder? Holy crap.
Hello, Capcom reference.
Yeah, that's the name of the episode. And Angels in Chains. For now, I am TFG and Mike with
the Music Man 08 Dion.
Beast, get us out of here or I'll start playing stuff you don't like to listen to. Holy crap.
I ain't your pal.